My husband's work wife called me boring and thought I was jealous of her, but my husband's response shut her up, and now I am sure she's going nuts. James had mentioned his new coworker Madison a few times over the past 2 months. They worked on the same team, both loved escape rooms and true crime podcasts. She was 26, fresh out of grad school, full of energy. I'm 34, a tax accountant who reads financial thrillers and goes to bed at 10 p.m. We're different people, and that was fine. The office holiday party was at some trendy downtown bar with exposed brick and overpriced cocktails. I wore a simple black dress, nothing fancy. Madison spotted us immediately. She had on this designer cocktail dress, probably $400, and she practically ran over with her wine glass sloshing. Oh my god, you must be the wife, she said, touching James's arm. We were just talking about you earlier. James and I have so much in common. It's honestly crazy. We're basically the same person. She laughed like this was the most hilarious thing in the world. I smiled lightly. That's nice you get along at work, right? Like he totally gets my humor. Most guys don't. She looked me up and down. You're so chill about this whole thing. Most wives would be like super threatened by me. It's actually really mature of you. James shifted uncomfortably, but I just said, why would I be threatened? She giggled and took another sip of wine. I don't know, just you seem really different from us. Like, do you even listen to podcasts? James and I are obsessed with the same ones. The party continued. I watched her touch James's shoulder 3 times in 20 minutes. Watched her lean in close when she talked to him, her hand on his forearm. Watched her completely ignore me unless she was making some pointed comment about how mature or rounded I seemed. Towed for boring. On the drive home, James was quiet. I asked if he was okay. He said Madison's a lot sometimes. I didn't say anything else, just watched the streetlights pass by. 2 days later, James came home early looking genuinely stressed. Madison asked me to grab drinks after work tomorrow, just the 2 of us, to discuss the Peterson project. He showed me the text. Hey, work hubby, wanna grab drinks tomorrow? Just you and me. We can actually talk about the Peterson stuff without everyone else butting in. I know this great wine bar. I looked at the message, then at him. Do you wanna go? What? No, I mean, I don't know. It's work related, right? But it feels weird. I handed his phone back calmly. Then go if you want to go. I'm not going to stop you. He stared at me like I'd grown a second head. That's it? You're not going to tell me not to? James, I'm not going to police who you hang out with. If you want to get drinks with Madison, get drinks with Madison. You're a grown man. He looked genuinely confused, almost hurt. I don't understand. Don't you care? Of course I care, but I trust you to make the right decision. I'm not going to beg you to respect our marriage. He sat with that for a long moment. Then he picked up his phone. The next morning, he forwarded Madison's message to their entire 6-person team with a reply. Hey everyone, Madison suggested we grab drinks tomorrow to discuss the Peterson account. I'm including the whole team so we can all contribute ideas and make sure we're aligned. Let's do Tuesday at 4 p.m. at Murphy's. First round on me. Within an hour, 3 people confirmed they'd be there, including their manager Tom, who replied, excellent idea. I've been wanting to loop everyone in on this. Madison replied to the group thread, oh haha, I meant more like a quick one-on-one chat to go over some details. But yeah, this works too, I guess. Tom responded immediately. Great initiative, Madison. I'll definitely join. I've got some specific thoughts on the Peterson timeline we should all discuss. That Tuesday, James came home smiling for the first time in days. The team drinks were actually really productive. Madison barely said anything the whole time. She left after 20 minutes claiming she had plans. 3 days later, Tom pulled James aside at the office. Madison had formally requested a transfer to a different department. She'd cited hostile work environment in her request. But when HR pressed her for specifics during the exit interview, she couldn't articulate anything concrete. She just kept saying she didn't feel comfortable anymore and that the team dynamic had changed. The transfer got approved within 48 hours. She'd be moving to a different floor, different team, effective immediately. No overlap with James whatsoever. Yesterday morning, James got a LinkedIn message from an account he didn't have connected. Madison had created a new profile just to send him one word. Sorry. He showed me at breakfast. I just shrugged and went back to my coffee. Last night over dinner, he finally asked the question that had clearly been bothering him. Why did you tell me to go to drinks with her if you didn't actually want me to? I put down my fork and looked at him. Because I trust you to make the right choice. I'm not going to beg you to respect our marriage or compete for your attention. Either you want to be with me or you don't. I wanted to see what you'd choose when I wasn't standing in your way. He reached across the table and took my hand. Do you know what Madison said about you being boring? You're literally the least boring person I know. You're just confident enough not to perform for anyone. I smiled. I know. That's why I married you. You usually get that.